Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Courtney. So yes, I promise y'all this new video or whatever. I promise y'all I'm gonna be consistent, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So, you see the hair, it's giving, it's giving. This is really cute. I did not expect this to turn out this good. I like it. I like it. I don't know what's up with me and this my natural hair lately, but it's just been thriving, honey. Thriving. So, yeah, I hope everybody is doing good and is safe and healthy out there because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of people getting sick. Even my mom was like getting really sick. She had pneumonia, walking pneumonia, COVID. It's just so much going on. So make sure you guys are protecting yourselves, not running in the streets, trying to be seen and trying to be doing the most because your health and, your health is important. And, you want to make sure that you're there for your loved ones and doing what you need to do. So before we get into this video, make sure that you please like and subscribe. I have been seeing the likes and the subscribes going up, but I'm still noticing it's more views than it's more likes and subscribe. And no offense to anybody, I appreciate the views and everything, and I appreciate the likes, but that's weird if you just viewing and you ain't liking or subscribing. Sorry, it's weird, and it's giving you don't really support like that. So yeah, but anyway, if you are watching or you are viewing it or whatever, this is some good content or whatever. So make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel because you're gonna always get all of it. You always gonna get that good, okay? So yeah, and my socials are linked down in the description below. So you're more than welcome to follow me, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, especially my TikTok. I put my TikToks on here sometimes just to kind of promote and bring more people to my channel or whatever. So but YouTube is like, that's my main focus or whatever. So you're more than welcome to check those out because a lot of people, seem to like them a little bit. It's okay. It's doing a little bit, a little good. So, yeah. So, I know I was supposed to be doing a part 2. Oh no, not part 2, part 3 today of, the whole ex-husband chronicles with him and his little crazy baby mama and everything. But because due to recent events that took place while I was at work this weekend, I decided that I wanted to switch it up a little bit because a certain chicken head or little obsessed little chicken head decided that she wanted to be real cute or whatever at my job or whatever. And so today, because of what happened, I'm going to be telling this story about my husband's obsessed supervisor. So pretty much just to get into it a little bit, I'm sure, I think I've said this before or whatever. If you've seen like my TikToks or whatever in the past, my older TikToks, I was just saying how, it's hard, like, how you have to deal with a lot. Not only, just being I don't live in West Virginia. I live in Hagerstown, but I do work in West Virginia. And from my understanding, they're not very fond of us brown people or whatever. And also not too fond of the whole interracial relationship kind of thing. And my job where I work at in West Virginia, they're not very they don't really like me too much at that job. I don't want to be that girl that be like, everybody has a pattern with me, but it really is like that. I probably can have like a few people on my hands that are actually nice to me. Like they all just, it's animosity, it's something there. I don't know, but whatever. But what I'm really talking about is, the issues that I have to face, being with Jordan. And it ain't like he like a boyfriend or whatever. That's like my whole husband. We literally live together. We pay bills together. We live together. Our families spend time together. We know each other's family. Like, are you serious? Like, it's not, and we don't do anything wrong. I do my job. I'm a good worker. He's a good worker. We come to work, we mind our business, and we stay to ourselves. Hey, how you doing or whatever, and keep it moving. So why are you so bothered by somebody that's not bothering you? But, regardless of all that, we about to get into it. So this story time, it's not even really a story time. I can't even say it's a story time because issue is still going on. So me and my current husband, Jordan, we work at the same job, right? But we work in different departments. So I'm a driver. Like I said, I drive the forklift. He just works in, trailers. Like he's loading, unloading trailers and everything like that. And so he has a supervisor. And from my understanding, I thought, I'm sorry, just had to fix this. Gotta fix the curls every now and again. From my understanding, I thought she came from a completely different shift. So when she started coming here, I thought it was just for peak. And I thought she would just be his supervisor for peak until they find somebody else. So she was just supposed to be a temporary soup. So as time goes on, it's the end of peak. I noticed, she's still there or whatever. But they were supposed to be getting a supervisor from a different shift, which he has now. And I like her. She's so nice and so pretty. She's sweet. So pretty much the supervisor that he had during peak or whatever, she's still around. But the one that I'm having an issue with, we've never really had any like real interactions other than being in passing. And she's always been like cool at one point or friendly, at least respectful or cordial. But it's like, I feel like people at that job, most of them were pretty cool with me. But once I got with Jordan, it's like most people just, not everybody, let me just clear that up. Most of everybody just did like a whole 360. Like what happened like overnight that just caused you to just have all this animosity towards me? Like managers that were cool with me, supervisors that were cool, whatever, even if we weren't like BFFs, because I can't say I'm BFFs for anybody in there like that. But just people I was like cool with or whatever, respectful. It's like once I started strolling in with Jordan, it was just like, oh, okay. And I was just like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I don't understand what happened. But anyway, that particular supervisor, his little seasonal soup that's still around, she was like, I just noticed her energy just changed towards me. Like it was just, she was respectful one day, like, hi, like, nice, just respectful, not too perky, but, respectful and cordial. And as time went on, I just noticed like the energy just shifted, like, and maybe it's just me because I have like extreme anxiety. But I'm also an empath. And I know a lot of people say I'm an empath and all this, but yes, like I know when the vibe is off. I know when something's not right. I feel like, especially most women, we have this superpower. Some women want to pretend like they don't have it or they don't know what's going on, but I'm not gonna play dumb with you, sweetie. I know what it is. I know when something's wrong. I know when the girl's being weird. I know when the dude is being weird. I know when the energy is off. I know when something is not right. And I know when things that I just know these things. I know them. And I probably say maybe 5 to 10% of the time I'm wrong. But the other percentage, that's a big percentage. And I'm usually right most of the time. So, anyway, her energy starts to shift and everything. I forgot to put my ring on. But I could just tell she just started mean mugging me, looking at me sideways, looking me up and down, and another thing that I have to deal with in there, not just from her, but from other people, I could just feel people looking at me, just sizing me up or looking me up and down. And it's just like, where all this animosity come from? Because I don't even know. Like, I don't know you. Where's this coming from? Help me understand. Help me so I can help you. So anyway, she just started, being real smart, being like real rude or whatever. Just little things. Like I would come over. One time I had to, I think I used his charger. And I needed his charger, but I said I was going to give it back to him. So I went to his department and just gave it to him. I apologized to the supervisor. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, interrupt anything. I know I probably shouldn't be over here. I said I just wanted to bring him back his charger so that he didn't lose it. And I think this is still in the early stages. This is before me and Jordan even got married and started living together and everything. So this was still the early stages. So I'm telling her, I just wanted to bring him his charger or whatever. I didn't want him to leave work or whatever without it. And she was like, okay, like, yeah, that's fine. Like, all right, bye, Trick. Like, why you telling me? But that was the vibe I was getting. I was like, well, dang, okay. I said, I'm just trying to be a good employee, be respectful, and be, honest or whatever, because this is your department. You're the supervisor. So I'm sure if any supervisor saw somebody that don't belong over there, that's, talking to one of their colleagues in their department, they gonna feel some type of way. So I just like to give a disclaimer or whatever, but when you give a disclaimer, people be looking at you sideways like you crazy, but whatever. So I was like, all right, okay. So I go and give him his charger, and you know, that was the end of it. You know, I talked to it, I talked to Jordan about it later on, and he thought it was pretty weird too. So anyway, fast forward, I just started noticing, you know, I like to walk into this department, before I go to mines, whether we're clocking in before we go to work, before we go on a break, before we come back from break. Um, that's just our routine. That's just how we are. I would just notice that she would just be mugging me or looking at me crazy, just watching us. And like I said, if you know about that recent TikTok that I made about that manager in a different department that lied and said that me and Jordan were in the break room and we were really in the bathroom the whole time, it would be kind of that situation. Or we would be at the bathroom, or she will walk in the bathroom and just try to make herself be seen, almost like she's trying to, I don't know what she kind of thought she was doing, maybe trying to block the situation or do something, I don't know. But after a while, I just noticed just the mean mugging, the rolling the eyes, the looking funny, sizing me up and down, looking at me crazy. And I was just like, and I was like, you know, I noticed it. And I was like, Jordan, I said, her energy has shifted. Like, she don't even, she was so nice to me or whatever before. Why did the energy change? Like, what's wrong? I don't understand. And he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, or whatever. He was like, she don't even like me or whatever. And I was just like, you know, I was like, well, I thought, you know, even if she don't like me, I thought she was a little bit more respectful than that. So fast forward, oh, and I forgot to bring it back a little bit. Remember when I was just talking about that TikTok I made, the TikTok about the little weird manager lying about us being in the bathroom, the break room, when we were really in the bathroom. Apparently, like I said in that video, he had went to my manager or something. I don't know who came back to my supervisor, whatever. And my supervisor told me, and I said, no, I wasn't in the break room. I was definitely in the bathroom. I said, you can run the cameras back if you really feel in some type of way. If you really feel that strongly about it, roll the cameras back. I mean, I have nothing to hide, like, you know. And we actually, when you think about it, we can be in the break room. They said that we're allowed to be in the break room if we're getting water, or, you know, if we need something to drink, we're allowed to be in the break room. So I don't know, I could be making an emergency call or whatever if I was in the break room, which I wasn't. Like, sometimes I just wanted to, because I was getting irritated. I don't like freaking having to explain myself and keep saying I didn't do something when I know I didn't do it. And you are not about to sit up here and try to argue me down and tell me something that I didn't do. But anyway, the weird manager, he went to Jordan's supervisor, and, you know, he pretty much told her, and she had told him, like, you know, because Jordan told me she came to him immediately. He had right when he had turned the corner just from going back from the bathroom, he said that she stopped him and approached him and told him, you know, you don't want to be meeting up or just doing stuff like that. But I'm thinking, how you gonna tell somebody what they can really do? I said, number one, we're adults. Number two, this time we were married. We were married at this time, yeah. And, you know, how you telling somebody what they can't do with their husband or with their wife? I said, and what I'm doing in the bathroom, it is none of your concern. And it's really against the law, because my mom worked for human resources at Johns Hopkins. So it's definitely against the law. You should not be worried about what anybody is doing in the break room. Not in the break room. Why? See, they done lied so much and is all confungal and mixed up in my head. Now I'm starting to say the freaking break room. Now I'm thinking I was in the break room when I really wasn't. See, it's crazy. So, yeah, so, but I don't know, we'll go to the bed. She never complained about it. And I think she probably just said it in that moment because the managers pressed her about it. Well, that manager trying to be messy and weird, and I still ignored him and walked right past him to this day, because you get zero conversation. You get zero energy from me. I'm sorry. You're not going to be weird. I'm not going to be fake like anybody else or whatever. If anybody else in there want to do that, get each other in trouble and be smiling in each other's face the next day, that's fine. But I don't operate like that. I'm not going to be friends with you if you're being a weirdo. I'm not going to be cool with you or whatever, or respectful to you. Trying to set me up and get me in trouble and get me in trouble over a lie at that. Oh no, you weird and you messy. I don't want any kind of interactions with you like that. He walk right past me, he'll look, I'll look the other way, or I'll look straight forward. Tunnel vision, because you don't exist to me. Once you cross me and take advantage of me and my kindness, me, you know, just especially when I do nothing to you, like we were literally are cool, like just speaking in passing, cordial but respectful. Like you had no reason to do that other than you being a hater and you being a weirdo. And I can't respect that. I don't hate you or dislike you, but I definitely don't want you in my presence. I don't want you around me. And of course, since we're going to be working together, I have to see you, but it doesn't mean that I have to interact with you. Sorry. So, but you know, she never, you know, gave us any issues about it later on. I never heard anything about it or whatever. Just weird looks, mean mugs and stuff like that. But then fast forward a little bit later on, I started noticing she would start doing little weird stuff and trying to be smart and everything. So, what can I say? Okay, so something that happened before this recent that happened this weekend. I would say this happened maybe like a month or two ago. This was when my husband had to go out of town for a family emergency, but I could not go with him because I had no PTO. I had, you know, they only give you a certain amount of PTO, which I really think they should be giving PTO to us twice a year, because the amount that we make, you know, I'm sure most of us have families and kids and responsibilities, bills, you know, things come up. We might have an emergency appointment or something. We might have to go out of town or do something. Oh, my eraser got caught right here. Let me get that. Okay. So, you know, things come up and we have a life. Yes, we work only 3 days on the weekends, but, I'm sorry, it really is already a sacrifice doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yes, that's what we signed up for, but things happen. And I just feel like it's unfair. I feel like we should have more PTO than that. I'm sorry. Most of them got kids, they got spouses, they got responsibilities. You know, you have families they probably taking care of. They have other, you know, you never know. And I just feel like that job is just very inconsiderate as to put, you know, in regards to how people have to live their life and, you know, handle their other responsibilities and, you know, other stuff that they do with their time. So unfortunately, I could not be there with my husband, with his family situation when he went out of town, and I was irritated. So I was pretty much at work by myself. But he had said that he had a little bit left of PTO, that he was going to use, and after that he didn't have anything like left or whatever. And so he wasn't able to put it in. I guess I forgot if he forgot to put it in the last week that he worked or whatever, but or maybe the supervisor wasn't, maybe she wasn't there at the time when he needed to. But he ended up, you know, texting, let me blur that out. He ended up, I'm gonna have a blur that out. He ended up having to message his friend that works in the department with him. And pretty much his friend talked to the supervisor, talked to her, and she agreed, like, you know, she got his number, Jordan's number, from Jordan's friend that works in this department. So for that situation, I didn't think it was a big deal. I feel like with stuff like that, if that's a serious thing, like, you know, you're gonna need, can you put this PTO in for me? Can you do this? I'm gonna be running a little late. I feel like that's a little understandable to have a certain colleague's number. But I didn't think that she would go above and beyond and overstep her boundaries while having this number. So this is where it starts getting, it's like, I just wanted to slap fire out this woman. Like, I'm just, I'm tired. Like, because she's really weird. Like, you're weird. You doing all, you got all this animosity and stuff for what? What did I do to you? Nothing. Nothing. So anyway, she texts Jordan and she was just like, okay, like, yeah, so-and-so told me you need this or whatever, you need that, like, I'll put it in for you. And he's like, you know, pretty much thank you, the whole shebang. And she was just like, all right, I got you or whatever. Yeah, so I didn't think anything of it. She was being nice, she was being respectful to him, which was weird because he said that she usually be mean to him or whatever. And I was like, but maybe I don't know, maybe she changed or whatever. All I know is she was acting weird to me, and all of a sudden she started being nice to him. So I don't know what happened. But, you know, after that, fast forward. I gotta blow my nose. I need some tissue. I'll get it in a minute. Fast forward. My husband gets back from Tennessee. He gets back from visiting his family. And time goes on a little bit after that. She's still being weird, still mugging me, still rolling her eyes, looking at me funny. Even if I'm not in the presence of Jordan, we walk past each other. She does not speak. She's looking at me up and down. She's mugging me. She has this mean look on her face. And I was just like, okay, all right. I'm trying not to take offense because some people got a resting face. I know I do. I'm guilty of that. But once you come up to me or you approach me or once I approach you, I smile. I'm respectful. There's a difference. You know, I'm from Baltimore. Every girl out there pretty much got a resting face. My sister's got a resting face. I think my mom, she kind of got a resting face. But, you know, my aunt, like, it just runs in our family. And me being from Baltimore, I just, you know, adapted to that. Like, it just kind of, I don't know, I just started doing it too or whatever, because I used to be that girl smiling all the time, and sometimes I still do it. I know people be looking at me like I'm weird or sideways, but I don't always look mean. It's just an occasional thing. But you know when somebody is just like mean and when somebody just has like a resting face, you know. But you know, she just occasional mugging, sizing me, looking me up and down. I was like, okay. So time goes on a little bit, fast forward. She just starts messaging Jordan, not only during work hours, like, okay, so how I just said, like, you having a colleague's number if you're a manager or supervisor. If it's like an emergency, like, okay, I'm going to be coming in late. Okay, I need you to put this PTO in for me. I'm not going to be in on these days. I need to make sure that this is done so this doesn't affect my job, so this doesn't affect me, kind of thing. That's different. But for you to be texting a colleague, your colleague at work, number one, they claim we're not supposed to be on our phone so bad, but every time I turn around, somebody on their phone, a manager walking on the phone, a supervisor on the phone. And then here you are, a supervisor who's not supposed to be on their phone, texting a colleague who's definitely not supposed to be on his phone, telling him what he needs to do. So it just started being too much or whatever. So the first time where it was, I just felt weird about it and very uncomfy. The first time was, I believe we were staying at my father-in-law's house where I am now. And, you know, the job is right around the corner from his house or whatever. So it's cool. So, you know, we're getting ready. And I think it was a little after we got ready. Maybe, I think Jordan probably read the message late, or maybe he read it when he got it. I don't remember when. But I know he got it. And he said that the supervisor, I don't think I should give her a name. I think I will give her a name, because she's probably going to keep coming up. She irrelevant. I don't, you know, not even in a mean way. For real. I ain't gonna give her name. I don't feel like it, and she's not worth, like, she's not important. Like, but anyway, he tells me that before, an hour before we have to be to work, mind you, none of us are clocked in. I do believe the managers or the supervisors get there maybe 1 to 2 hours early. I'm not really sure. I could be wrong. But don't be trying to crack slick, whoever is watching this in the comments or whatever. Check your mama, not me, okay? I'm not sure, but I do know that she messaged him an hour before the shift started, before we supposed, to leave out for work. And she was just telling him what he would be doing, or, what would be happening. And I just kind of thought, like, pause. It's very I'm gonna wait for this. Well, no, actually, no, I'm not. Oh, it stopped. So I just thought that was very unprofessional for you, because we are not clocked in yet. I don't care if we got 30 minutes left or whatever. We are not even clocked in. Why are you, messaging him an hour before work just to tell him where he's at? Y'all don't even have that kind of relationship. Because from my understanding, you don't even like him. You don't even know him like that. Y'all don't even have that many, like, real, you tell him where he's supposed to go, what he's supposed to do. But that's it. Like, I just don't think it was appropriate. And I don't think it's professional at all. Because you ain't have to tell him that. You're a supervisor. He's going to see you when he clocks in and goes to his department. You do the startups, you're going to see him. So that's what a real supervisor is supposed to do. You do not need to call him, girl. Y'all don't even have that kind of relationship, so stop it. So he was just like, yeah, that was weird. Like, I wonder why she was text me that in an hour before you're supposed to clock in and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, strike one. But, I didn't think it was that big of an issue to where we got to, like, get it in or whatever. Like, it was just, I did kind of look her sideways because, like I said, I peep stuff that most people will be like, Courtney, just like, like, what? I don't know. Girl, shut up. You know exactly what it is, just like I do. No. So even though it did look very weird and suspicious, I still chose to, like, let it go for that moment. So fast forward. She's still doing the same weird stuff, me mugging, looking, sizing me up and down, whether I'm with Jordan or whether I'm not. Every time me and Jordan will pass her or turn a corner, she breaking her neck looking like this. And I was just like, I'm starting to get, it's getting weird. It's getting very weird, okay? So, fast forward, time goes on. She's still texting. She's texting his phone when he at work. Like, she'll send him out to a department. She sent him out one time, and she's like, she sent him some message, and he told me. And I read it, and it said that, hey, can you go to so-and-so? I need you to do this or whatever. Something or whatever. She needed him to go to back to his original department, I believe. And so, yeah. But you know what? Actually, I left that apart. So I forgot what she was texting him, but it was a few times that she had texted him. This wasn't the only, the other, it was another time. I just don't remember. But because I seen it all. I seen the messages. So, it was another time where she was texting him, and I was just like, I'm sorry, Jordan. I said, it's inappropriate. I said, that's crazy. I said, why does she, if y'all not supposed to be on, we're not supposed to be on our phones, how you getting on people for doing stuff that y'all are doing, and then you're using it, you're abusing your power. That's what I meant to say. I'm tired. I just woke up a little while ago. But yeah, you're abusing your authority and your power using your phone that you claim we're not supposed to be on. And you're texting a colleague that's not supposed to be on his phone just to tell him what he need to do and do. Girl, take your lazy tail on and go to him as his supervisor and tell him what he needs to do. That's what a manager or supervisor does. My supervisor get on my nerves, but he stay running up on me. But he tells me what I need to do and where I need to go. So yeah, so after me and Jordan had gotten into it, because I said, I'm sorry, but that's unprofessional and it's inappropriate, because it ain't like you are married. If you're in a relationship with somebody, or you married to somebody, would you want a supervisor contacting you outside of work hours to talk about something dumb that you could tell them in person when y'all have like a meeting or a startup? Or when they walk to you? Like, I don't understand. Like, maybe let me know in the comments if you want to, if I'm tripping or whatever. But it's just very inappropriate. And after a while, it just seemed like she was starting to be like spiteful, you know, on top of the weird behavior that she was showing towards me out of nowhere. So I pretty much had to talk with Jordan, and I said, I don't think it's appropriate, and I think you should block her. I'm sorry. Like, you don't need to like, y'all don't even have that kind of relationship. Y'all don't. And that's what, you know, that's what Jordan be telling me. And that's from what I see. Like, it's no, you know, he go to her about work. She go to him to which, what is this? Oh, yeah. She go to him to tell him what he need to do. But that's about it. Y'all don't have that kind of relationship. So why do you feel the need to keep texting him? Not supposed to be on the phone, number one. And number two, stop being lazy and just walk your tail over there to tell him what he need to do. Stop playing. You're trying to be cute. You're trying to be funny. And like, I don't know if this woman has a relationship or she's married, but what is wrong with you? What are you doing? That's the, okay. Sorry, y'all. The video cut off for some reason. But yeah, excuse me. So back to, you know, the story or whatever. Like, I was just like, ugh. So anyway, long story short, Jordan blocked her or whatever, because no, we're not about to do that. You're not about to be getting on my, no. Because I just felt like something was not right. I wasn't trying to be that girl doing the most, but you know, like I said, as mostly women, we have this superpower when we know when something is up. Some girls be a little really delusional, don't get me wrong, but something did not feel right. It just, with her, like, not only her energy shifted, but her just behavior was just very, very abnormal. It wasn't cute at all. So fast forward, she blocked or whatever. And it's a little while after, I guess Jordan got sent out of his department again or whatever, sent to a different department to help. And we're on break, or was we on break or did we go home? I forgot when he told me, but he was just pretty much like, so-and-so texted me. Well, at least she told me she did. I didn't see it because, you know, she's blocked. And because she approached me when I was in my, like, station, my cubicle, and she was just like, I text you or whatever. And he was like, okay. And she's just like, I told you to go to so-and-so. I need you to go back here or whatever. But he was just laughing like she don't know that she blocked or whatever. And I was like, So was it like a week later or a few weeks? Because all it is, I'm telling you, it's very close together. Like this next part. Pretty much fast forward, like a couple days later, a week later, whatever, we go back to work. And I think it was second break. Because we get 2 breaks. You know, like I always do, I walk Jordan to his apartment. I walk to him to meet him for break. I walk him back after break. We walk together to this concoct. Like, that's our routine. That's just what we do. And, you know, it's time to go back from break. And I believe we have like a 7-minute grace period, but they switch it up at this job or whatever. They always got a new rule every week. You can leave 5 minutes early. No, you can only leave 4 minutes early. Now there's 3, then it's 2, then it's, you gotta wait till your actual job. Like, I don't, they literally switch it up every 5 minutes. It's a new rule. And I low-key think it's just people, once again, people being messy and making up their own rules, abusing their authority. That's all it comes down to. But anyway, you know, I'll walk Jordan to his department. You know, I'll drop his stuff, I'll give him his stuff, because usually I carry his stuff in my little clear work bag, because guys, you're not gonna see most of them with no work bags, really, whatever. And he always got something or whatever. So I usually just carry most of the stuff in my work bag or whatever. But I will like unload some of it and take his stuff out before I go to my department or whatever. And then we just be booed up for like a minute or two, just, you know, a little kissing, a little hugging, a little cuddling, you know, little same little stuff. You know, be booed up with my little snickerdoodle. And so just the typical stuff we always did it before. Nobody, come on, like, nobody, wasn't an issue before. It shouldn't be an issue because we're not doing anything wrong. So let's say our break was at, because the second break is 2 to 2:30 on Friday and Saturday. So let's say we get back, and me and Jordan, we actually walk, because they be trying to crack down on people so bad for coming back late from break. We like to walk early just so I can walk him back to his department. We can, you know, talk for a little minute, and then I can walk back to my department or whatever. So walk into his department, get his stuff or whatever out. We just, you know, talking just for a few minutes, whatever, just laughing. We was joking about something. And little Miss Thang, his little supervisor, decides to walk up and be smart. And I mean, like, the energy was given, touch me, I dare you, like do something, like hit me, I want you to hit me so I can get you fired or whatever. Like that's the energy that was given. So she walks up and she was just like, mind you, this event right now that I'm talking about, this happened like a couple days ago when we was at work. I forgot Thursday or Friday, but it happened like just recently, a couple days ago. So that's what made me want to tell the story, because I'm gonna put that heifer on blast. You got me all the way twisted. So she walks up and she was just like, yeah, Miss Lady or whatever, little lady, I think it's about time for you to get back where you going, or get back to you wherever department that you at or whatever. And she just stands there, just looking at me like. And I was like, okay, I'm an adult. I said, I know where to go to. I know what department I'm in. I said, thank you. And Jordan was just looked at it, was like, yeah, like, bye. Because come on. And then she proceeds to walk over to a different cubicle, a few cubicles down, starts talking to another colleague or whatever, just standing there, just talking or whatever, just laughing and talking. I was like, let me go ahead and go, Jordan, before I have to bust her side her head or whatever, or yeah, get fired from my job, like, so they could have another thing that's like, oh, let's, the black girl, you're not about to give me that card. No, if I'm gonna catch you, it's gonna be on the streets. You better hope I don't catch you on the streets. But yes, so I was, you know, I said bye to Jordan or whatever. I go to my department, and I was a little irritated and ticked off by that. I'm not gonna lie. Because once again, I don't like people being smart with me or trying to crack slick and be funny. And I don't like people to abuse their authority, which seems to be a common pattern in that workplace. So after a while, me and Jordan are, you know, we talking, and after work or whatever, he was just like, yeah, she was, that's crazy that she's talking about, and it wasn't even that long after. That was the point I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I don't want to confuse y'all. So let's say break ends at 2:30, right? We're supposed to have a 7-minute grace period, but they keep changing it. Like, they change the rules whenever they want to. So, let's say we got back at we got there early. We got back from break early. It was probably like 2:31 when we got back. A few minutes go by, so it's like about 2:34 at this time when she decided to come over and try to crack slick and be smart. She thought she ate it. She was doing something. So, but yeah, so just keep that in mind. 2:30 break ends. 2:31, we had already been in the building and back to his department because we walked like 3 minutes early, like 2:27, which is sad that you have to do that because they'll hold that against you, but it's really to the point now. Colleagues are rushing in the building even 5 minutes early, just because some of them are all the way in the back. Some of them are all the way on the other side. Somewhere got to go up the steps. Some people got to do this and do that, and you shouldn't have to do that. But unfortunately, they have colleagues doing that, like we freaking robots or something. So, So we walked 3 minutes early. So of course we got there on time. And you know, Jordan was telling me later on, when we finally met up, yeah, like that's crazy, because soon as she stopped and walked away or whatever, she went and stopped and started talking to a whole group of colleagues or whatever, was just laughing. And she said she was standing there for 10 minutes just laughing and talking with them. And I was like, exactly. I was just like, wow. And she's known to do that, because I picked up on different shifts, and you know, certain colleagues, like I said, certain shifts have certain colleagues that they let them do whatever they want. They let them get away. They let them sit around, let them be all on their phone. They let them just be talking, standing around. You don't got to do nothing. It's really favoritism, and also a little discrimination, a little here and there. But yeah, so pretty much every shift they do it with everybody. Everybody got a little favored or something. And I did pick up a shift in a department, and it was this girl who was pregnant. She was nice. But she was kind of being funny in the beginning too, like, so I watch her or whatever. She was trying to be funny with Jordan. So yeah, she was just, I'm busting my tail working, and you know, the other girl was working too, but she pregnant, so she can't, you know, do much. And so little Miss Supervisor lady walks over, and I guess she knew the girl. So if they've been talking for like 20, 30 freaking minutes, like the girl ain't doing no work, you holding her up, she got to do her work, and you're a supervisor. Aren't you supposed to be doing something? And the whole time she's looking at the girl talking to her, she's looking back at me, looking side-eyeing me, looking me up and down, watching me work and do everything. And I was just like, it's something wrong with this woman. Like, she's like, how you go from being cool to being just straight up like the evil, wicked witch of the West? Like, I don't understand where all this animosity came from. But yeah, like, I was just like, but it was only she kept coming back throughout the whole night, just talking to her. 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 30 minutes there. Like, and for the last 2 hours, she literally was just standing there talking to the girl, not doing a word. I say, you poor thing, you gonna mess up that girl's numbers just because you just want to be freaking talking. Like, I'm sure y'all all cool. You can follow on social media. You can text her something like, leave that girl alone and let her do her work in peace. Maybe the girl did want to talk to her because she seemed friendly and open to having a conversation with her. But I was just like, girl, let that girl do her work, get her numbers. Like, because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's just like the nerve of you to be getting on people for talking or whatever for like 3 or 4 minutes, when you just can stand there and talk pretty much the entire shift if you could, talking to other colleagues, talking to other managers. You literally do nothing but just tell people what to do and have an attitude. So yeah, so after that, I think another day go by, and mind you, the same thing happened just a couple days ago when we had to go to work. So, you know, me and Jordan, we do our thing. We go to the bathroom or whatever. And you can say it's like a meet. I don't call it a meetup. I may, but I feel like we get to the bathroom at different times. And when we're in there, we're genuinely using the bathroom. I might take a couple flicks here and there. I might do a couple videos. I'm definitely going to use the bathroom. I'm going to touch my face up. If I got my makeup on or whatever, or doing something, I touch my makeup up. I put some eye drops in my eyes for my contact, because my lenses get dry. My eyes get dry. I don't got time for that. I put my little lip gloss on, gotta have it pop, 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 popping, you know. I fix my hair up, you know, make sure I look presentable, because that's what women do. That's what we all freaking do. And that's another thing too. I feel like I'm in the bathroom, girls sizing me up and looking me up and down, looking at me crazy, just because I want to, you know, make sure that I look presentable. You can do it, so what's wrong with me doing it? Why are you looking at me? I literally was in the mirror one time putting lip gloss on and fixing myself up, and I could see the lady across from me, like one sink away from me, and I could just feel her looking at me, and I looked over, she looking at me like, I was just like every time I go to the bathroom, like somebody is freaking watching me or staring at me, watching what I'm doing. Why are you so worried about what I'm doing? Leave me alone. Can a girl go to the bathroom in peace, or, you know, take a picture in peace, like look cute in peace? Like, dang. They just do not want me to degrade. They just do not want me to just mind my business and stay to myself. They want me to be in the mix with it. And no. Jeez. But anyway, you know, me and Jordan, we go to the bathroom, whatever. He said his stomach wasn't feeling good. I said, okay. I said, I really had to pee or whatever because I've been working all night. They got me running around. They got me doing all this different stuff. So, of course, I'm exhausted as usual. Every time I go in there, pretty much, I'm freaking exhausted because they're working me like I'm on the plantations back in the old days. So, yeah. I go in or whatever. I use the bathroom and his supervisor comes in. I don't know if she was watching us because this is a little side story. And this also happened recently this weekend. Yay! Oh my goodness. Like so many weird situations with weird people in 3 days. Amazing. That's just amazing to me. I just did not understand I had that much of an effect on people. Like, and I don't even be doing nothing. So, one of his manager, like the supervisor manager, the manager, the department manager, he apparently when we went to the bathroom, he was standing like diagonally across from the bathroom, like kind of near the conveyor belts. But I did not notice him until I walked out of the bathroom. But I ain't seen nothing different. I mean, cause what you think? It's none of your business what I'm freaking doing in the bathroom. What you gonna do? Stop us because we having a conversation in front of the bathroom? Stop us because we're going to the bathroom? You can't do anything. You're weird and it's against the law. You cannot do anything. It's none of your business what I'm freaking doing in the bathroom. And I wasn't doing anything but using the bathroom and fixing myself up and being cute. Because that's what I do. That's what Courtney does. You know? And you or nobody else is going to stop that. So, get over yourself. Get over yourself right now. Because it's not going to work. You tried it. You tried it. So, yeah, he was just acting like he doing something. He just looking at something or he was touching something. Just, you ain't doing nothing. All y'all managers, supervisors, y'all literally can just sit on your tail and do nothing all freaking day. I can name on my hands the few supervisors that actually do something on our shift. Or managers. Not even the managers. The managers don't be doing that either. That's really crazy. But yeah, like stop it. Stop acting like you doing something. You being nosy. You being weird. And why you so pressed off of me and what my husband are doing? It's odd to me. We can't go to the bathroom now? We can't walk to the time clock now? We can't walk in the building now? We can't walk to break now? We can't hold hands and just be together now? We can't be, what we not supposed to be married? Like, what do you want us to do? What do you want? What do you want from me? Like, what do you want? And mind you, that manager, he was trying to get at, yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm putting all y'all on blast. I don't care. He was trying to get at me too. So I guess, I turned him down or whatever. And he saw me with Jordan a little while later. And I guess he was a little salty. The other manager, I don't know what his problem was. I think he was just being weird. But this particular, his department manager, Jordan's department manager, he definitely was salty because I know he was trying to get at me. He definitely was. And it wasn't happening. No. Not gonna happen. No. So yeah, and as far as Jordan's supervisor, that weird woman, I don't know if she has a crush on him or if she was just like hated me. I don't know, but it's like all this this animosity. Where, baby? I don't understand. What did I do? What did I do? Maybe you can tell me. Maybe you can tell me. So anyway, back to the whole bathroom situation. This is the last time we used the bathroom, I think. And she walks in the bathroom and she's laughing, like giggling, almost like she had just a previous conversation with somebody. And she walks in and I'm fixing myself up, fixing my makeup, and fixing my hair, like I always do because you ain't stopping the show. One monkey don't stop the show. Ain't that's what they be saying? One monkey don't stop the show. You ain't stopping nothing. Sorry. So she's in the bathroom. I don't even think I heard her tinkle. I ain't hear a tinkle. I ain't hear nothing. You could tell she probably was in there on her phone, but do I care? Not really, because it's none of my business. And, Like, that's my point. Y'all quick to try to harass us following people to the bathroom and stuff like that. I've literally had supervisors and managers still now that attempt to try to follow me to the bathroom or watch me walk to the bathroom. It's very weird. And the fact that they're getting away with that is just wild to me. But she tried to act like she was doing something or whatever in the bathroom. But all I heard, I didn't hear nothing. She probably was just on her phone or whatever. Probably had it on silent, was on her phone doing something. So I was just like, yeah, I'm about to go to the, back to work because I ain't got time for this or whatever. And I told Jordan later on, he was just like, what? I was like, yeah, she was in the bathroom with me. Like, it's just, You're not about to try to get me in trouble and I ain't even did nothing but be cute. But yeah, so pretty much that was just it. But those are just the three, you know, it was just been for the past 3 days, it's just been so weird. I'm really tired. I'm really, really tired. I'm tired. That's just too much. Like, you know, I don't know. So maybe she got a crush on him. Maybe she just can't stand me, that she will want to be spiteful and try to, you know, keep me away from her as much as possible. But I don't know. But whatever it is, baby, you gotta get help for it, because, you know, that's not healthy. It's not good to be hateful and nasty and mean and spiteful, and, you know, just spread love, positivity, like I do, and you might actually be happy, you know. Everybody has their problems, everybody has their issues and stuff, but there's no reason for you to go out of your way to make people feel bad at their job or make them feel uncomfortable, discriminate against them, harass them, bother them, and just be plain weird, you know. You gotta ask yourself sometimes. I wonder if people do the stuff they do and then look back on it like, dang, I was really weird for that. I was really wrong for that. Like, it was no reason for that, you know? I don't know. Probably not. Or maybe they do. They're just too prideful to admit it. But either way, that's not my problem. You know, I can't make your problems my problems. I can't make your insecurities my insecurities. I can't, whatever issues you got going on, I can't make that my problem. And I'm not going to, you know, especially when I've done nothing but be respectful, cordial, professional with you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not kissing your tail. I'll always be nice and respectful and sweet because that's just the person I am. But do not ever get it twisted. Don't ever think that I need you. Don't ever think that I'm pressed to be around you. No. I don't need to do any of those things. I don't need to throw people on the bus to get a high position. I don't need to get people in trouble or be messy or funny. Like, why? How does that benefit me? How does that even benefit you? How does it benefit you? Even if you were to get me in trouble or do something, like, how does that help you? Like, I don't know. You gotta be like, I don't know. You gotta ask these people that. You can't ask me because I don't know. You know why? Because I don't do stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, I almost kicked the camera or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this little story. This little story or whatever. I didn't expect it to be this long, but it's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, that's it really for now, you know. So next week I will resume with the part 3 with California and Bimbo or whatever. But I think I'm gonna go over it again because I feel like I'm prolonging it a little bit too much, and I just want to get straight to the real part where it like really went down. But I feel like I want y'all to know like the stuff that led up to this. So I can just say like, oh, this happened. It's gonna be like, girl, like, wait a minute, like what happened between these parts? So part of me wants to go back and, you know, edit it, or, you know, because I do drafts. I definitely schedule these stories ahead of time and plan this. So it's not just something I could just get in front of the camera and wing like that or whatever. You definitely have to organize and plan it. So I'm probably gonna go back into my draft and look over it again, and maybe add some things to it, or just keep it how it is and then do another story. So look forward to that part 3 or whatever next week. And yes, I will be uploading this tonight at 8 p.m. It'll probably be up a little before then, because I probably will be asleep. I probably will be, you know, probably gonna need my rest. Mama gonna need her rest. But thank you so much for tuning in. Anybody that's tuning in or viewing, please make sure to like and subscribe. Don't be weird. Because you liking and subscribing, that's gonna help push my content out there, and that's gonna help me reach my goals. So I see y'all looking at all them TikToks. I see y'all looking at them videos. Stop it. That's very weird of you. Support me, I support you, we support each other. Support your people. Support me, I support you. So yeah, and again, my socials are down in the link below. Like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time, and that is the end of that. Yeah.